the possibility of what it could be, rather than what it was on the page. What could this be that hadn't been done in a while, or hadn't ever been done, especially with women in it? So a lot of excitement of what it could be. Now then, the prospect of how to get it there was daunting, but it's like a dog with a bone. Once you get it, you just it becomes a little obsessive. So.
And yeah, by the time I read the script, Sandra had done work to it. So by the time I read it, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I knew that Sandra and Channing were the leads at that point, and it felt like a movie I would want to see. And I was like reading the scenes between them, going, oh God, I want to see them play these parts. This is going to be so effing charming. I was very, very. It was a very easy yes for me.
You led me straight to the lost city. Now, prepare to die.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up.
What? Why aren't they biting that guy?
This is ridiculous. Delete. Delete. Delete.
It's hard to respect when everything coming at it is disparaging. And then you have to look at the source of why is it being talked about or thought of in that way. And if you really get down to why, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because you're a woman, and you're thought of as less than, and you're thought of as whatever your needs are, the things that bring you joy or escapism are not valuable. And that's a hard pill to swallow. We've been swallowing it, but then when you really look at it, you're like, oh God, there's just absolutely no respect. So that was a really important line, especially coming from a man, or someone who typically would be saying those things, or having us believe those things. So it was really powerful, and especially how he said it. It was so genuine and full of love, and going, why all these millions of people, you're bringing them joy. Why are you being disparaging towards their joy and their happiness? So it takes it out of yourself. Right. And it was just beautifully said by him.
Talking about it then, yeah, I mean, it's so crazy that people are so dismissive of like romantic literature or those things, because it does just like I don't know, like I was with a couple of friends once, and this is really bad, I shouldn't tell the story, but I saw the guy was like so disparaging about everything that his girlfriend read, his girlfriend who is, I know, an infinitely smarter person than him. And I do feel like that kind of attitude permeating things is so toxic. And the line that Channing says, I've had, obviously not with a different kind of literature, but I think as a teenager growing up in Harry Potter, like you didn't feel like cool, and there were times when you were like, I was dressed as a schoolboy when I was like 14, and so it was like you didn't necessarily feel cool, and then like realizing later like how much joy it has brought to people, it's an incredibly special thing, and if you do anything except be incredibly grateful for that, it's a shame. Yeah.
I enjoyed all the things that the men got to do. And I always, I wanted to be the men. I wanted to be the adventurer. I wanted to be the swashbuckler. I wanted to be the one who could MacGyver and get their way in and out of things. But I didn't see that for the ladies. So you sort of are always envious and jealous, but you can enjoy it and romanticize it. But there was always something missing. So to have that opportunity to make something like that, but what that requires is scope and scale, which requires the funding to be able to get big and make it for the theaters. That's the tricky part. And when there's no recent comp that sort of justifies, you have to come up with ways of making it and then proving that it should be the comp. But there's so many factors, but it just makes you more driven to figure it out and to make it work and to be an actor in it. You sort of go, we're going to be here for another 3 hours, let's make it another 5 hours until we get it, because you know what the reward will be if we make it work.